Still waiting on, is Jim Purcell?
Yeah.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us tonight at the Carver Board of Selectmen, January 7th meeting. Would you please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. At this time, we're going to adjourn into an executive session to discuss strategy for contract negotiations with permanent town administrator, conduct contract negotiations with permanent town administrator, and/or for possible vote on contract for permanent town administrator pursuant to Mass General Law, Chapter 30A, Section 21.
And I'm going to recuse myself.
Do I have a,
So moved.
and to return to open session? Thank you, Darren.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Jack
Aye.
says aye.
Oh, that's right.
Dick Ward
Mike,
says aye.
Helen says aye.
All right. Okay.
About ratifying the town administrator's contract. Did you want to say anything? I mean, I think we said what we had to say in the executive session. I don't know if you wanted to say anything or just go into ratifying it, because we took a vote in executive session.
Just very briefly, I just want to say that I had mentioned at the last meeting how happy I was, how well we all worked together going through this negotiation process. It is not easy. For example, I was concerned about the base salary, and we worked through it. Dick was concerned about well, he'll speak for it, on the term and things like that. But we all came together, and that's why it took us a little while to come to terms with it. And Mike was more than accommodating and accepting what we had agreed to. So I really look forward to it, and I want to thank Jim Purcell for all he's done.
My comments would be that I do support what we came to. The only thing I disagreed with was the term in the contract. I preferred 3 years to 5. But we worked through give and take on many issues, including Mr. Malinowski, and so I'm ready.
And I've said all along that we were going to base this contract on our prior town administrators, and for the most part, we have, except for some little differences that we worked out. And like Helen and Dick both said, that, this could have been drug out much longer, and Mike was, jumped in, was agreeable. So now we're at the point we're at now. So I'd like to accept the motion.
I make a motion, we ratify this contract.
And I'll second that motion.
Motion made and seconded to ratify the contract. Did you want to read something?
Yes.
Okay. Before we ratify the contract, our interim town administrator would like to read a statement.
Thank you. A letter from me to the Board of Selectmen. Thank you for the opportunity to serve the citizens of Carver and you as interim town administrator for the last 5.5 months. The selectmen and staff are to be commended for their work in making this administrative transition a success. It was, for me, a satisfying and rewarding experience, and I hope that I fulfilled your expectations. I congratulate all those responsible for bringing Mike Malinowski to the helm. This is an exciting time with much to look forward to. Mike has what it takes to succeed in Carver, and it's important that all concerned support him at the onset of this new governance period. I know that I will, if ever and whenever he chooses to call. On behalf of myself, my family, and the Collins Center, thank you for affording me the privilege of serving you.
Thank you. And even though it's not on the agenda, I think I'm going to have it put on the agenda to rewrite a letter of appreciation on his behalf from the town of Carver. So let's continue back. Motion made and seconded to ratify the contract. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
It's unanimous. And we can ask the town clerk to come forward and swear in Mike. And then we're going to sign the contract afterwards.
Yeah, right in the middle of the,
You were so concerned about the mic.
Do you want to hold the microphone?
Repeat after me, please. I, and state your name,
I, Michael Malinowski,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will well and faithfully,
that I will well and faithfully,
according to the best of my knowledge and ability,
according to the best of my knowledge and ability,
perform and discharge the duties
perform and discharge the duties
of the office of Town Administrator,
of the office of Town Administrator,
to which I have been appointed.
to which
Sorry.
I have been appointed.
I'm so used to elected, so help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Welcome to
Thank you.
Carver.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thanks for working the negotiation.
Now, can we just take a few minutes to sign the contract? We
Yep.
need to sign 3 copies.
Yep.
And the town clerk needs to notarize our signatures, so.
It's coming back.
he's already at the town line.
That's okay, the cops pulled him over, they're bringing him back.
Yeah, I like Jack's idea. While he's not here, we should
Yeah,
probably put
sign.
together a letter of appreciation for him and have it signed by all the board and everything, and maybe
Did a
present
great
that.
job.
That can be Mike's first order of business.
You're welcome to come back in here.
Can we say something to you,
Yeah.
Mr. Priscilla? No, I was just,
See High Plains Drifter?
yeah, well, we thought you were already over the town line.
My signature looks like.
Jim, I just wanted to thank the Collins Center, and I wanted to thank the screening committee, but I especially wanted to thank you. I thought that you did an above and beyond job helping us through this period. And I just wanted to let you know we are very, very thankful for all your help.
I think that same sentiment would be echoed by all the members of the board, Jim.
We will miss you.
Yeah. And we're sure that Mike's going to do a very, very good job, and, he's going to...
We're gonna have Jim come back for some time.
Yep.
Spend some time with Mike and go over everything that he's experienced in the past 5.5 months, and just, it'll be a good transition, so. And we're also gonna write some sort of letter of appreciation for everything you've done for our community.
You know, Mr. Chairman, if I may,
Could you use the microphone, Jim? It's probably the last time I'll get to say that to you.
I didn't plan on saying much more beyond that letter, Mr. Chairman, but I think the public ought to know something. You know, while it's no secret that that there are differences in political philosophy and, differences of opinion among board members, what is absolutely true is that I had a highly functional relationship with each and every member of the Board of Selectmen. There were no exceptions. To that. I appreciate the understanding and respect that you had for professional judgment. You know, as long as it was well grounded. You always understood the prerogatives of the town administrator. I worked very hard at treating all 5 of you on an equal basis, and it worked. We got more accomplished than I think we should have chronicled it, because the list of accomplishments, I think, has been considerable, and I saw members, with different philosophies working on the same projects together and things during that period of time, and political discussions, political dissent is sometimes good, but it did not get in the way of functionality, at least during my term here. And I wanted the public to know that about you. I want the public to know also about the job that your core departmental personnel did, and more particularly, your own front office. I mean, I was a part-time person. My hours started to wane toward the end. You have intelligent self-starters who know what has to get done and when it has to get done. And I think that's going to be a great help to Mike. And again, I'm excited that Mike is here. I think he got a very capable fellow here, and I really wish you the best. I really, really do. But this isn't supposed to be about me. This is supposed to be about Mike tonight, so.
Thank you very much, Jim.
Thank you,
Thank you
Jim.
again, Jim. Thank you, Jim.
Good night, Darren. Thank you for your help.
Yeah, and Darren did a great job between the three of us.
We won't see you for another 5 years, right?
Hey, you never want to see the labor in Pleasant.
That's right.
I see where Mr. Copeland is retiring, huh? Did you see that Lenny
About
Copeland?
time.
I don't think I'm going into a party.
Give me back my gavel.
What's that?
Give me back my gavel.
Yeah. Don't want to hit Sarah in the head on the way by.
Madam Clerk, are we all set with all the legalities out of the way?
Everything signed?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our agenda for this evening. I would
Oh, Mike wants
like to
say
turn it over to Mr. Malinowski. He has a few remarks, and then please feel free to, once we adjourn, to step forward and wish him well.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and I'd like to echo Jim's comments. It's been a pleasure negotiating with the three selectmen that I did on the contract. I will say during that process, there were some concerns that were raised, but everyone worked together to come up with a resolution that was best for the town of Carver. And I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to work on behalf of you and the residents of Carver to help establish and reach the goals that you anticipate for Carver. There are a lot of challenges that will be forthcoming. I pledge to you that you will have transparency with me. Everyone will be treated equal. And at the end of the day, I think that there's a lot of good work that we can do together. I'm excited about the professionalism that I've seen so far with the staff that you have, and can't wait to get started, and that's why I'm starting tomorrow.
Yay.
First
I
thing,
have one request.
And that is?
Is that if your schedules allow, I'd like to meet with each one of you individually for an hour or so this week, whatever your schedules allow, and just to hear exactly what you see are the concerns, and then to see where we go from there.
Certainly. I think we can work that out.
we did that with Jim as well, too,
Yep.
so.
Just for the public's information, next Tuesday at our meeting, we're going to have a little reception for Mike and his family prior to the meeting. So if people want to come on out and meet him and his family, I think that's a great opportunity. Let the family see what our town is like, what our community is like. So, welcome aboard, Mike. We're looking forward to working with
Happy
you.
to be here.
Looking forward to working with you.
I make a motion, we adjourn?
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second to adjourn. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Opposed?